Hey everyone, so I was trying to figure out if I wanted to make this video for a while, and it has been on my mind for a while, so I figured it's on my heart to make this video. But there is so much stuff going on right now, and there's a lot of things that we cannot control with this virus, and so many shutdowns and job losses and job halts and so many things. So I want to talk about three things that we can control right now, that we can do, that will make you feel like you have some sort of control. Because I know when everyone's telling you to do this or do that, you feel like I have no control over everything, and it makes you feel anxious. So I just want to talk about three things that you could possibly do, things that I'm doing that can help make the situation, just a little bit better, make us feel a little bit better, even if it's not totally better, it can make us feel a little bit better. So one of the things, I have a list here. I write everything down for people who don't know me. I have a total list. Number one is taking care of yourself. And that can mean so many different things to so many different people, but that could be doing deep breathing exercises when you feel anxious. That could mean meditating for however long makes you feel a little bit better. It could mean eating good food, so which we should be doing anyway, because this is a virus that we need to be taking care of our body. So that means like fruits, vegetables, all those good things that you need to put inside of your body. Also making sure that you get enough sleep, because one thing I've always learned, I know this is not the same thing as a cold, so trust me, I'm not saying that, but I know that even when I would be ill with anything, one of the first things my mom would say to me was, you're not getting enough sleep. So it doesn't matter how much medicine you take, if you're not resting your body, it can't heal. And so she was always right. That when I would sleep, I would be able to fight off germs faster. And I also found that I didn't get sick as often when I was rested, because my body is able to function. So just making sure you're getting enough sleep for several reasons, but one of those is it. Also taking vitamins. So when I went to the store to go get, all the things I needed to get for the house, one of the things that I got was vitamins. We always take a multivitamin in my house, me, myself, and Junior, my stepson. We all take multivitamins, but I also put in like fish oil, things like that. What I found was so interesting is that the toilet paper aisles and the paper towels and all those things are gone. Hand soap, hand sanitizer, which should be gone, but all of the section where the vitamins were and the herbs and all the things that could help boost your immune system were still there. So I feel like something is wrong. Like we need to do some re-educating up here. So I was stocking up on all that stuff. So right now I'm taking, one of the things I love to drink is this chaga. It's a mushroom elixir. So that's one of my favorites. It's by Four Sigmatic. I just add this, and then I also put in my honey, and that's it. So that's what I'm drinking at the moment. Literally, my cup is sitting over here full of that. So that's what I'm drinking to help boost my immune system. But think of all those things that you can do to take care of yourself. If it means sleep, if it means eating good, whatever it means for you. Number two is limiting contact. This is the worst part about all of this, is that jobs are closing. They're shutting down buildings. They want people to stay away from large crowds. So you're finding yourself at home. And it absolutely breaks my heart that people are losing their jobs and, in this time. And not only that, but, kids have to stay home, so then they don't have a babysitter. And it's that one thing that can go from 0 to 100 in a second. And for those who are living paycheck to paycheck, these are the things that break us. So if I can do anything for anybody, like I swear I would give everything I have, but obviously I need those things to keep myself flowing. But this is one of those times where I just wish I wish I was a millionaire, because I would just be handing out stuff left and right, and it would not be a question for me. But, limiting contact is at the end of the day, when you are I know that because we're limiting contact, everybody's going to the store and buying up everything. But when you are at the store buying things, remember that other families need that too. I think the only way that we are going to survive this in the right way is to take care of one another. And if you can do something small if you see 3 bottles of Lysol on the counter, not buying all 3 and leaving 1, that's you doing your part. If someone needs if you have a coupon and you can share it with someone while they're in the grocery aisle. I know I've had people do that to me before, which is really nice. I don't expect it, but it's the little things. You may not be able to provide meals for kids, or you may not be able to help an entire family, but it is those small things that you can do that can, not only lift someone's spirits, but you never know the small things that can really help a family out. So keep that in mind. There's elderly that needs things, so please check on them. Grandparents, friends, check on them, see what they need. So yeah, just limiting contact, sorry. But that doesn't mean that you can't still enjoy your life. So for example, a friend of mine invited Junior and I to the art museum earlier, and it was great. We got to get out of the house, and I was so excited that we got to get out of the house. But we went, one of the thing was we went early in the morning when they first opened, so nobody was there. It's a museum, so we're not touching anything because we aren't allowed to. So those are things that made the situation better. Obviously, we're not going to go somewhere where you're touching things and there's a lot of people, but you're still able to live your life and do things. So just being very smart about it. Obviously, if it was a big crowd and a big event, I'm limiting that. I'm not hosting any events. I'm not doing any of that at this very moment. I'm saving all of that for later because I just want to make sure that I'm safe and make sure other people are safe as well. One of the big things that is kind of bothering me is that, a lot of people are like, hey, I'm going to go catch this $10 flight to Paris right now. If I go, I'd rather go in front of the Eiffel Tower. And I'm just kind of like, okay, I get you. But at the same time, you're not taking responsibility for anyone else but yourself. Because if you were to catch this virus, maybe you don't, show any symptoms, or maybe you do. The fact that you even went over there to do, you didn't care about catching it. Now it's basically you saying you didn't care about passing it on to anyone else either, because we don't know how this is exactly passed on. It seems to be easy to get, just from short contact from people. Why I get content? That's why, because content is always on my brain. Now I can't get my words right. But it's one of those things it's bigger than you. It's bigger than your plans and your whatever you're going to do. It is for the greater good of all of us. So think twice before you go out. If you're sick, stay home. I don't care if you're just coughing a little bit, stay home. If any of that, think twice about it. Please do. The last thing on this list, number 3, is, this is, to me, very, very important. This is the time that you have asked for. I constantly hear people say, oh, I wish I had time to do this. Or, I wish I had time to do that, or, I work so many hours. I do this, I do that. For those of you who, unfortunately have been either laid off from your job or your job is closed and you cannot work from home, this is your time. Use that time wisely. Start that podcast, start that Instagram, thing where you want to share your story. Start that blog, start that business. I don't want to hear no more excuses, because it's constantly been, I don't have time, I don't have time, I don't have time. This is the time to start doing what you want to do, what you feel like is in your heart, and the compassion. For those who are just sitting at home with nothing to do, use that time. It is so important to use that time. This is what you've been asking for, so go ahead and start all those things you just named off. It is very, very, very important. So, start it. Those are the 3 things that I have. Thanks so much. Bye. Stay safe.